Hello and welcome back to Misscliks D&D
Hello.
Devotion.
Hello, everybody. So you have gathered up all the things that you need to, well, at least you've got yourself all dressed up for this party, for the wedding. It's still in a few days. Is there anything you would like to do, or do you want to just skip to the day that you show up?
I think we can skip to the day, now that we
think
have
so,
our
too.
outfits.
I think so, too. All right. So the whole party arrives at Kel Bell's estate here in Bridgelight. You've seen it before. You've even been inside the parlor once upon a time and broke one of her vases.
At her request.
Sure. Close enough. And here you are again. This is the day of the wedding. You're arriving bright and early in the morning. You can see all sorts of servants running to and fro, carrying big bundles of flour, large bolts of fabrics, bundles of flowers, not bundles of flour. Although there are bundles of flour being moved around for baking and all sorts of things like that. Food's coming in and out, tapestries, centerpieces for the table, all sorts of things are being moved around. You notice there's even a person out there, like a juggler, who's got like a dog and a cat, which are part of his juggling gig, where he like juggles and then tosses the ball and the dog like bats it back towards him.
I thought you meant that he was juggling the dog and cat, and I was concerned.
No. He's not juggling the dog or the cat, but the cat sits on the dog's head and the dog like jumps up and bops the ball back to him when he juggles it towards the dog. It's adorable.
It sounds
His
adorable.
little schnauzer. Yeah, super adorable. Kel Bell greets you guys personally as you arrive with a, "Oh, it's good to see you again. I was worried you weren't going to make it. Being so far away and all."
Well, for our friend Kel Bell, we would travel the world.
Excellent. I'll have the servants cancel
Must be
the backup
literally
performers.
Of course, you wouldn't need them. We're quite reliable. In fact, Belle, I even dressed up all nicely just for you.
Why, that is a lovely costume there, Ransom, she says, blushing a little bit, turning back to the rest of the party, kind of trying not to look directly at him.
This is Kel Bell herself.
Yeah. I mean, Ransom's a strong, well-built man in a fey outfit.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to maintain her propriety. She can't be staring too directly at these things. She's noble. There's a certain amount of decorum recommended of her, or required of her. So, let me show you to the room. She leads you into a large, what's probably like the normal hall where she would hold court or something, but it's being all done up with the banners of the niece's house and the banners of the niece's betrothed's house and decorations and whatnot. And she kind of gives you the layout and points that, well, see this second level up here, that's where we're going to have the musicians all up on the top. I guess it's only going to be you guys, but you can be up here, so there's plenty of room for dancing, and you can play down, and if people want to look up, they can see you up there. And, we're going to have our food table over here and our beverages over here, and I'll make sure that you guys get some refreshments brought to you partway through, and at the end, kind of details the process of the event. But it does become clear that you will be separated from the rest of the party. You're going to be on this elevated level above them. And that's where the music will be coming from. Something about the acoustics help to amplify it, and for the whole building if you're up here.
Will it just be those two, or are we also staying up here?
I would, working under the assumption that the pair of you would like to stay close to your partners.
Yep.
Good. Well then, unless you have any questions, I suppose you can make yourselves ready and warm up, and the ceremony will begin this evening, just before sundown.
Great. Do you have any particular requests on what you want us to play or anything? Any favorite tunes of ours?
To be honest, my husband would know more of these things. He's more of the appreciator of music. I believe he's been to a few of your performances.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's a fan, yeah.
Yes. I'll let him detail that with you. Excuse me. She parts ways and sends her husband after you He comes over dressed in like this fine costume with, nice silks and velvets and buttons and clasps of all different colors. It's clearly fancy and time consuming to make. But as he shows up to you guys, his eyes are kind of wide. And he's got that like fanboy thing going on. He's like, "Hi, I am Mr. Bell. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Kess and Kellen. I've been a great appreciator of your music for some time now."
Oh, you're so sweet. And I give him a kiss on the cheek and give him like a little hug.
Okay.
I give him I fist bump him. I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, Bellman? Awesome to see you. Yeah."
Bellman, how absolutely colloquial. I love it.
Yeah,
Yes,
totes colloques, man.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
glad you're not as stuck up as that Kelbell there.
Oh, don't be insulting our royalty that is received.
Oh, it's some good-natured jibbing. I see what it is. Well done. Well done. Good sport. Good job. Yes, my wife is a serious woman, but she takes good care of me and good care of our little town here. I was hoping, if we could get to business for a quick moment here, that you could play, what's that one? Pound the table, stomp the floor?
Pound the table, sing the song, yeah.
Ah, that's the one. Pound the table, sing the song. It's a good one. It's one of my favorites. I've heard you perform it maybe 3 or 4 times, I believe.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we'll play that one.
Mm-hmm.
No prob.
Now, while it is a wedding, and most of the things should be joyous and wonderful and, upright and, festive, I do think maybe for one of the slower numbers, maybe not the wedding dance itself, but something later in the evening you could do, what is it, like On the Darkness on the Street of Night by the road or something?
Yeah, that's close. Yeah, totally. I know what song you're talking about, though.
Okay, excellent. I think that those two are my favorites of the ones I've heard you perform. Do you have any newer pieces you have yet to perform that this could make a
premiere?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that would be a great place to do a premiere on the song. I think this is an amazing idea. You have such good eye for music and creating a set list. You, in another life, I bet you were a band manager.
Oh, please, you're flattering me. That's, I'm sure you would have won the Battle of the Bands if you had participated. Unfortunately, I heard there was some trouble between you and my wife, and you were unable to. But I'm glad to see that's all squared away now.
Yeah, us too, man.
Mm-hmm. Just between you 4 and me, I think you're the real winners of that battle.
Thanks. That means the world to us.
Totally.
Excellent.
Right. I mean, we were basically declared the winners anyways.
He's just such a joker, It's like,
oh, good! Another rapscallion of a joke. I get it.
Yeah, such a joker, totes.
Right. Well, I should be off. Many guests to greet. Life of a noble, never dull, always busy. So good day, and I'll see you later. I'll be looking up for you.
Yeah, looking right back down at you, man.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful dresses, by the way, ladies. Absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Cass is bumping into everything. Immediately as soon as he leaves, I turn to Olivia and I'm like, babe, which song should we premiere? I don't know. Royals is I just barely wrote it yesterday. I don't know if it's ready, and I don't know. We have some other ones. I don't know. What song should we premiere?
I think you can do it. I believe in you, and I think that in the passion of the moment, you'll know just the right words and just the right beats that you need to, make the crowd feel in the moment.
All right,
And it's kind of in the wedding thematic, right? Like royal love. It's so fitting with this place. I think people will love it.
And I'll accompany whatever you want.
Okay, yeah. I think we can do it. We'll do, some of the big hitters, like Pound the Table, Sing the Song, Thoughts on a Dark Road, Thoughts on a Brick Road in the Dark of Night, and, maybe Throw Your Drinks Up in the Air, another crowd pleaser. But, yeah, we'll end with, let's not end with Royal Love. We'll put that, second to the end just in case, Yeah. Okay. Well, let's do it.
Okay. So everyone starts to file in. The whole day passes, and eventually the ceremony begins. They've got a string quartet for the actual, ceremony of the wedding. You guys are just playing the after party. But the ceremony is nice. The string quartet takes, center place upstairs while you guys are off to the sides waiting. It's a lovely ceremony. The couples, they just look really nice together. They're clearly in love. This is not an arranged marriage, or if it is, it's one of those few fortunate ones where the couple's in love before they get married anyway. And I think all of you guys are holding back a tear or two every now and then, going through it. But eventually the ceremony comes to the end, and the room gets cleared out a little bit, and they start making for dinner. You guys get some food brought to you, and the dinner table gets cleared, and the punch bowls come out, the seats get moved back, and there starts to form a large dance floor for everyone to celebrate and be festive. So what are you doing to start? What are you starting off the night with?
Well, Olivia needs to introduce the band, because otherwise we can't play with the proper aplomb.
Yes, Olivia, what is the... How are you introducing the band this time?
I usually take the time to write something nice. I should have written something. Alright.
You're gonna have to improvise it this time.
Alright. So, how do we say aye in English? Like, how do people go, listen up, but in the...
Attention?
What? That's the lamest thing in it.
You said aye is how you say it in French?
Aye is I don't know.
Hey, or yo.
Yeah, kind of. It's listen up, but in very regal.
Oh, proper terms? Hear ye?
Yeah, something like that. Kind of really old school, medieval, gather up people. A bard would probably say that to assemble people in the town square.
Hear ye, spot on.
Alright, I will write that down. Hear ye?
Yeah. Ye as in you, but old-timey.
Okay. Perfect.
Or hark. I guess hark would work too. Hark!
What's the name of the person? The people getting married?
Her name is... Yes, you should absolutely know that. It is Marge and Homer are getting married. And they are absolutely in love.
Does she have her hair in an elaborate updo that's piled super high?
Mm-hmm. Marjorie is her full name.
Right.
Alright. And one last thing. I'm writing it on the moment.
Olivia, as I notice her practicing, you ever get tired of doing these?
No!
I am sure that I could do a good welcome.
And I look surprised at this. What?
As an aside, while she's writing...
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
I'm ready. But if you want to say something, go ahead.
No, it's fine.
Done with my
go ahead.
Alright, so I go, hear ye. I present upon you the international duo Kess and Kellen, the band of traveling elves, originally from Brightstone. We have came all the way here from Cuba, and we cannot wait to present you how Ocarina meets spoken word. Tonight we're gonna premiere our regal love song for the first time ever. Special thanks to Cal Bell for trusting us. And may the love of Marge and Omer be eternal and as beautiful as this ceremony.
Oh, yes, girl.
All right.
All right, so then I jump in and I'm like, what's up, party people? Let's hear it from Marge and Holmes. Yeah.
Woo!
Let's start this marriage off with a bang. It's time to pound the table, sing the song. This goes out to our bellman.
All right. Have you ever considered becoming a wedding announcer, Anna?
No, but now that you mention it, maybe that's my true calling.
I think I should be a band manager, guys. I would do so great.
It'd be great.
Making video games, what?
Yeah.
Right?
Dumb.
Am I right?
Bands. Okay, so you go off into your first song, Pound the Table, Sing the Song, and it's fantastic as usual. Everyone gets up and starts dancing and immediately gets into that high energy festive mood that you find in such times. The party goes on and on and on, and surprisingly, it's getting a little rowdy down there on the floor. You wouldn't expect such refined, noble people to be so kind of outlandish. I mean, you've been to a lot of parties before and you've had a lot of shows before, but you've never had a show that's getting a little out of hand like this. I mean, there's people knocking into each other. There's people like drinking themselves to the point that they're just passing out on the side gallery. And
I want to do something.
yeah.
Like, I guess people aren't paying attention to me, right?
No. Everyone's dancing and hanging out and having a good time.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. It's not for what you think, but it may transform into what you think.
I think you're trying to find people's magical items so you can steal them.
No, that was not even my first thought. I just thought that maybe they were charmed or like some weird spell was going on where like it changed people.
It wasn't her first thought, Neil.
No, that's okay.
But I mean, maybe I'll become passionate about something.
Neil, at some point, if it's getting this rowdy, I'm like, let me see a circle pit! And I try to get them running.
Let me see what?
They will join in on that, absolutely.
What did you call
A
it?
circle pit is something that you do at metal shows. That's like a mosh pit, but you go in a circle and you basically like trample each other. And it actually really annoys me when a singer calls for a circle pit, so that's why I'm doing it.
Okay, so you do detect a whole bunch of magical auras down there. They're like 5 or 6 going off. Very clearly, Kel Bell has a magic sword at her side, which she carries with her the whole time. She's got like a lovely ball gown on, but at the same time, she's got her sword strapped to the side of her, and you can kind of see her plate mail underneath the ball gown.
I like
she's
Kel Bell.
A few of the other nobles in attendance with weapons have, 2 other nobles in attendance with weapons have magical weapons. One woman is wearing a a magical ring. And another one has some sort of magical signature that is hanging off of the top of her thigh a little bit. It's like maybe she's got something strapped to her thigh underneath her dress that's magical, or maybe there's like something on her dress that's magical near the thigh. You're not sure what it is. But those are the 5 signatures you get.
I have
Looking
a
down
question.
the floor
Since
below you.
I can detect magic too, do I see them or do I have to specifically cast it?
You need to specifically cast the spell to see it.
Okay.
So there you go. Those are your 5 magical signatures.
Can I guess I can cast something else, right?
Sure. No one's paying attention to you guys.
I'll cast
Everyone's.
I'll cast the text charm.
I'm playing the ocarina like super hard to match the mood, but at the same time I'm like, why is everybody so crazy?
I mean, it's a wedding, man. Let's give your hard ocarina playing a shot. What can you give us?
Ow. Rip headphone users.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Ransom, what are you doing during all of this?
Gee, I'm just watching, making sure that the rowdiness doesn't come up here.
Right, you guys are separated, definitely. Jen, you detect no charm anywhere.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Anyway, so the rowdiness continues. The circle pit gets formed. One by one, more people are kind of like, getting too wasted to continue dancing and passing out in the side alleys. until you notice that like everyone has partied themselves out and are dropping, and it's starting to get a little weird how many people are partied to the point of passing out in this hall. And the few remaining people are really going at it with no concern for the unconscious people around them.
Oh my
So
god.
there's like, I didn't detect charm nor magic on this.
Correct.
That's weird.
Cast what?
This is what happened when we were on the ship.
Oh no, did you give drugs to the party?
Helen, no, I'm serious this time. People, like, dropped when they
Wait, no,
looked
there's
at this
nothing
specific
wrong with this
magical item. But what if it's similar? What if they're doing something else? What if they
Oh, looks
followed
like this
us?
is what happened with Secundus. Did you find yourself some way to emulate that?
No, people didn't drop like flies. This is just like what happened on the ship. I mean, granted, nobody was doing this craziness, but what if it's the same signature?
The dropping is from exhaustion, right? To clear that up?
I think that's the discussion you guys are having right now, whether or not it's from exhaustion or magical effect.
Well, I mean, it looks to me
never
like
dropped
it's very
from
different.
exhaustion from
The
party.
ship dropping was from just falling asleep peacefully. This one, they're dancing their hearts out, probably having a good time, and then just tuckering themselves out. I suspect that it's just because...
Who just passes out right there on the spot? I don't think that's the case. I think we should be very weary right now.
So you guys have stopped playing for a little while Kess is talking, because Kess can't talk and play the ocarina at the same time. And in this lull in between songs, which usually isn't too long, the people down there have continued to party pretty hard, even though the music has stopped for a little while. They're still going at their circle pit.
Is Kelbell still there?
Kelbell has fallen asleep peacefully in one of the chairs on the side. She was never one to party too hard. You know, she got up and danced a little bit at the beginning, but she's keeping herself as like the matriarch here
Look
above.
at Cowbell.
I'll
She's
try
asleep.
to-
She did not even dance that much. I'm
I'll
telling
try-
you, the same thing is here. It has to be.
I'll try to wake up someone.
All right, so you're upstairs on this upper area. You can head down to the lower area. And there's a whole bunch of people. Is there anyone in particular, or are you just like waking up a random?
Random.
I'm just
Okay.
playing my
Oh, wait. If one of them happens to be one of the people I identified with a magical item and is passed out, I will wake up that person.
All right, which one of the magical item wearing people would you like to check out?
Well, if they're sleeping.
Yeah.
Do I recognize any of the people in the crowd as the girl from the ship?
Give me a charisma check.
Neil, as a point of interest, I'm going to be playing my hurdy-gurdy softly, just like background music, to make sure that the
Okay.
band kept playing. So nobody's like, yeah, it was so weird. The band wasn't playing for a while. Like, I'm still playing.
Right. Okay. Cool.
It's
23.
actually an instrumental solo.
Right, exactly.
Let's
You don't recognize any of the people down there with the 23, but they are kind of far down, and they're all in costume, and they're dancing, and there's a lot of them, and you can't see everyone from where you're sitting. But you don't. None of them look like the people from the boat.
I'm making my way down. I'm gonna go shake Calbell a bit.
Sure. Jen,
Ransom,
which
look to see if anybody looks familiar.
Sure, on my way down,
go
I keep
for-
an eye out on them too.
I'll go for the woman with the magic ring.
Okay. She is. Oh god, where are my notes? She is like early 30s, fairly tall, like 5'11"-ish. Some sort of noble, definitely. You give her a shake, and she does not wake up at all. She just kind of rolls back and forth as you.
She seems like alive, right? She's not...
Definitely alive.
This is very weird. Let me see. What is there that I can do?
All right, Ransom, you go over and shake Kelbell. She doesn't wake up. You give her a nice, good, not rustle, not tussle, but a nice, good shake, and she just kind of lifts her head to one side.
Is she
Is Mr.
dead?
Bell around?
Excuse me?
Is Mr. Bell around? King Bell?
He is sitting right next to her.
Asleep?
asleep in his chair. It's like been pushed
Oh.
against the wall.
This reminds me of another time. Kind of look at his fingers.
A lot of big, fat, wealthy rings on there.
All right, I keep a memory of the valuables they're carrying, just to keep in mind.
Okay.
So
Jen, are you gonna steal this woman's ring?
What? I don't know what Olivia would do. Would she take the ring? Did I detect the type of magic it emitted?
No, you did not.
And I don't know if she's a magic user, right?
You have no idea.
Does she have a wizard book? Or like
No,
a priest?
not on her ball gown.
Would
She
I
could be-
feel that, like, in the current state of things, people would even notice that I think that?
I mean, that's a judgment call that you have to make as a player. Everyone's most people are unconscious. The few people left are still dancing, ignoring you guys, checking up on the unconscious people. They've been dancing over and around them, sometimes on top of the people who have fallen
You
asleep.
know what? I will take it, and I will actually put it in a random, like, if there's like a vase or something in the place, I'll
Yeah.
just put it there instead for now.
I shout out to Olivia.
Like-
Olivia, when we were looking for this magic user, there was some kind of magical blob around. Maybe you should look for that.
But, like, I didn't detect any magic.
You didn't detect any magical blobs. There was that thing on the woman's thigh. That was kind of blob-like. But I do want to note that when you slide the ring off this woman's finger, her face changes
Holy
significantly.
shit!
She ages a lot until she looks like she's in her late 80s.
Oh, dang!
Oh shit!
Do we
Well-
see this from up here?
Probably not. You know, she's hunched over this unconscious person on the floor.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of people around, you know. And
Man, rich people just party too hard, man.
Yeah, so I just put her ring into like a nearby vase or plant or something.
okay. It is done. The party maybe reconvenes to discuss the problem of everyone being unconscious.
Sure. Let's see what else I can do. Because now I have level 3 spells, but I did not send...
Are we in a ballroom in in a castle?
It's like the meeting hall, the grand hall in a keep. Well, a fortified house. It's not quite a keep.
Let's see. I will cast Astral Awareness.
Astral awareness. Okay. Duration 1 hour per level. Okay, cool. You are aware of everything on the astral and ethereal plane. I'll let you know if you see anything unusual.
Okay.
I'm gonna go run outside real quick to see if this is spread beyond the keep. Be right back.
Okay. You get to the front door, and as you open it, you see what look to be maybe 24 or so armed people. You can see the light glinting off of their weapons and armor marching up towards the keep, towards the house.
Oh, for crying out loud. I don't say that because I don't see it, but that's what I say. Anna
Are
says.
they, I kind of look at them. Do they look like they're from the city?
It's dark, so you can tell that they're humanoid, but you can't make out a race on any of them, let alone individual distinguishing features or markings. But you can see in the moonlight and the various oil lanterns around the town, little bits of light glinting off of what are clearly there's an axe head, there's something on someone's armor that's shining, that sort of thing.
Oh boy. Well, I'm just gonna shout out them. What are you doing here?
You give a shout, and they break into a run, heading in your direction.
shut the door and try to block it.
There's a bar that can be placed across the door.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
being attacked, I shout back into the mansion.
Okay, and I think this is a perfect time for a final break.
Oh,
You can
dang.
take there.
All right. Well, don't go anywhere. Last break, I spilled a giant canister of almonds all over the Twitch kitchen, so I had to clean that up. This time, hopefully, it will be quicker because I won't spill something, I hope. Have a good break. See you soon. Bye.